So tell me your name. And what do you do?
The rally's going to start in a few minutes.
As a biomedical scientist at King's College Hospital.
And why are you protesting today?
Because they've increased the cost of my pension. They've extended the time at which I can retire by another 8 years now, so I can't retire until 68. So I face 21 more years until I can retire. And I can't see myself working that long, doing the job that I do.
Why not?
Because my job's very mentally and intellectually taxing. Also that I'm required to keep constantly up to date with developments in medical health. So it's actually quite a difficult job to do for a long period of time.
And don't you think is it not fair that the public sector workers take their share of the austerity
activists in the hole immediately.
Is it not fair that the public sector workers take their share of the austerity cuts?
At the moment, the pension scheme that we pay into and pay quite considerably is fully funded and in excess of £2 billion. The increases they've just made to our wages, the deductions they've just made, add an extra £1 billion to that. All that excess goes to the Treasury. As it happens at the moment, most workers work until they're 60, and very few choose to stay on longer than that because they're physically not able to work beyond 60. I don't think it's a question of fairness, it's a question of sense. There's no sense having 68-year-old nurses and doctors trying to deliver healthcare to people, forcing them to stay on isn't reasonable at all. There's certainly no recognition of the 40 years that I've got in already in terms of caring for people.
And do you think public sector workers are paying the disproportionate brunt of the cuts?
I don't think we're suffering disproportionately. We're suffering just as much as many of our colleagues in manufacturing, but certainly equally just the same for manufacturing. We're not responsible for this crisis, and it's certainly not the case that we want to cut our way out of this crisis. Lessening the pay of public sector workers and forcing them to work longer so that young people can't replace them in their jobs is no way to stimulate an economy. It's not sensible at all. We argue that there is an alternative, that if we invest in communities, that if we pay public sector workers decent wages, and if we ensure that young people are trained to do the sort of quality work that public sector workers do, that we stimulate and reinvigorate local communities rather than see them reduced to the states of mere ghettos.
And what do you think of Francis Maude's comments today that this protest is futile?
I think it's quite clear that the public sector pension fight is at its lowest ebb at the moment. That's not the fault of public sector workers, but certainly those with the responsibility to organise and to fight for public sector workers need to look at themselves and say, are they doing enough to fight to defend the public sector pension? If they fail to do enough, they've certainly let us down, and they've certainly affected the NHS and the local government and the civil service, and that will be to their loss later on.
And what's going to happen after today? What can we expect?
The unions will talk together about where next on the pension front, and I'm hoping that we're going to agree that the 29 unions that stuck on November the 30th get back together and organise in June that all 29 unions, and if possible even more, agree on a single day of action so that we can all come together and take coordinated action on a far larger scale than this.
So you're expecting one massive further day of action on November the 30th?
I don't believe it's one further, but I think that it's not realistic to bring out different sectors at different times or to sit on people who are very angry and want action taken in defence of their pensions. Public sector workers expect the unions of which they're part to be taking action, and I think it falls on the unions to actually listen to their members and to organise together and to take the action that we feel can actually win.
And the Olympics, do you think they'll be affected by the protests?
I hope not. I'm actually in an athletics club myself, and it's unfortunate that we can't expect people who are facing dramatic cuts in their pay, in their pensions, and some people facing redundancies to wait until the sporting event finishes before they don't protest again. We can't take a holiday from protest.